Kyra, long time no chat. I am just in a mood, to be honest. I don't really feel like filming like any sort of, beauty video. Like, I don't know, is it just me? And I've said it before in previous videos, like throughout this whole pandemic situation, that to be completely honest, it is really, really, really hard to stay inspired and creative during this time because, I don't know, it's really hard to come up with like new looks and things whenever like you know that you have nowhere to go, and then when you do go somewhere, like you have to have a mask on so you only see from here on up. So, I don't know, I just really haven't been in a huge makeup wearing mood. And I do have a couple makeup videos on the way, but today is just not one of those days, to be honest. And so I was like, you know what? I look decent, so let me go ahead and just sit in front of the camera and just talk. So that is what we're doing today. And I actually had the idea to kind of just sit here, have like a really impromptu, I grab my drink, and we're gonna just have a really chill, impromptu talk / life update chit chat. First and foremost, I hope you guys are staying sane. Hope you guys are, healthy, happy. That's super important. Just hope you guys are doing well, during this time. I know over here I've been doing actually pretty okay. I feel like towards, or like back whenever everything kind of first kicked off, I was like my energy, my inspiration, like my creativity, just my overall like mind and body and spirit was like at an all-time low. I was just like not in the mood for anything. And then I hit like a little surge, inspiration, creativity, and all that good stuff, and now it's kind of like leveled out again. Not as bad as it was, months ago, but I'm kind of in a current like chill place, but like in a good chill place. I oftentimes have a habit of feeling like I have to always be moving. And not gonna lie, I am a busybody. I love to be moving. I don't like to be idle for too long, and not for like any deep-rooted issue. I just like to work. Like I like to work, I like to move, I like to be active. A huge part of me, or not a huge part of me, but I always say that like I have the time right now. Like you guys know I don't have kids of my own or anything like that. So I'm just making as much use as I can of all this free time that I have. I don't really have much free time, but I'm just trying to, do what I can, what I have right now, before it gets to a place to where I don't have that time anymore. So yeah, like I love to work, I love to be moving around, but I will say that the past 5 or 6 months has really like made me, or has forced me to kind of just sit, reflect, revisit some things, and really think about why I'm doing the things that I'm doing. Like what's the purpose? And is what I'm doing actually aligned with my God-given purpose? Because I feel like at the end of the day, we're all here on earth for a reason. We all have, a mission. We all have things we want to accomplish. We all have goals and dreams and things like that. And sometimes I can get kind of caught up in like just doing stuff just to do stuff, but without realizing that like what I'm doing really doesn't add any value or like help me get to the end goal. Does it make sense? So like I feel like the past few months I've really been taking a step back and revisiting some things to really see like, okay, I'm doing it, I'm successful at it, it's cool, I'm good at it, but just because I'm good at it or because, I'm thriving in that space at the time, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually aligned with like my end goal, because I've said it a million times. Like this is more so like career kind of like goal talk, but my end goal for sure, like me and Dion's end goal is generational wealth. And so oftentimes I can kind of be doing something, like be doing stuff without really realizing, okay, how does what I'm doing help me get to where I want to be, 5-10 years from now? And then you think about it and you're like, wait, this really, doesn't really help me get there. I'm just doing it just to do. I'm just doing this to waste time. I'm just doing it for money, but it doesn't really add value to me, my life, my goals, my dreams, so on and so forth. So I've really been taking the time to kind of just rethink some things. And I am such a huge believer that it is okay to pivot, that it is okay for your plans to change, for your dreams to change, for your overall life goals to change. I think that there is nothing wrong with that at all. And honestly, I feel like a lot of times people kind of stay stuck or like will kind of keep up with something just because, you know, they've been doing it or because like, you know, they can't see themselves doing anything else. But it's like, you can change your mind. And that brings me to YouTube. YouTube has been like such a huge part of my journey. And I mean, not even just like in, you know, like a business space. It's been such a huge part of my development, you know, my growth, you know, my confidence building. You know, it's just been such a huge part of my journey, and you know, basically not where I am today. I definitely would not be where I am today without this YouTube journey. But I've been doing that for a while now. If you guys don't know, I started doing YouTube in 2014 with my twin sister. Her and I first did YouTube together, and we did that for about 3 years, and then we pivoted and then both decided to pursue our own individual channels because we had our own individual interests and things, and this wasn't working anymore. All together, that's been since 2014. So that's 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's 7 years. And that is a long time. And I kind of reached the point where I'm like, I can only make so many makeup videos. I can only make so many home videos, so many chit chat, get ready with me's. Like, now don't get me wrong, YouTube is not going anywhere, okay? It's not going anywhere at all. I still love it. I still love producing content. Like, I have learned that, like, for me, I love YouTube and like making videos and stuff like that because, not because of the fame, or not even fame, not because of like the popularity or because of the numbers or even because of the money. I genuinely love creating content, like the whole process of sitting down, you know, playing with the tech, you know, recording, editing, all that good stuff. Like, I love that process. I love telling, you know, stories, and I just love the visuals and all the good stuff. So that's the part that I love. So I'll definitely never get rid of it, for sure. Like, it's such a huge part of me, but it's just not my priority. It's not my focus. It's not my end goal. And so I'm focusing, you know, my energy on things that I feel like better align, you know, with my end goal, or you know, like my future vision, right? And so with that being said, if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I mentioned that I'm going to be shifting my YouTube schedule to now only being once a week. Y'all know I have been doing twice a week faithfully for a while, and then of course whenever the pandemic hit, kind of slowed down. And so I definitely want to keep it up, and of course create content for my YouTube fam, but it's just a matter of, I want to be consistent and I want to show up for you guys, but I want to do it in a way that I know I can keep up with it. And so like the 2 videos a week thing for now at this point in time, it's just not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. So I'm gonna just kind of take it back down to 1 video a week, and just do it that way. I may even throw in an extra video every now and then, but I can commit, or at least we'll see. We'll see if I can keep this up, but I think I can commit to at least 1 video a week. But in terms of like what I'm more so focused on, I'm definitely focused more so now on building like my businesses. Okay, so right now, if you guys don't know, I am currently building 2 businesses. So earlier this month, I launched my luxury hair extension line called Icon Hair. I launched that August 1st, and the support was everything. You guys were amazing, and it's something that me and Dion are doing together. Whenever me and Dion launched, like I was confident in it because I just felt called to do it in the first place. But seeing the success of the initial launch, it was like, okay, I'm really doing something or pursuing something that not only did I feel called to do, or like that I felt like I was supposed to do, but like that people see it as well. Makes sense? So my focus for sure is on building Icon Hair. Like, I want Icon Hair to be a household name. I want it to be like the #1 go-to destination for raw premium luxury hair extensions. Like, I'm just focused on that because that's something that not only am I passionate, like super passionate about, but it's something that I can grow, scale, you know, really make it like a whole empire, and like have that to pass down to my kids. Aside from Icon Hair, which I'll leave a link down to it below, and we will be restocking very soon. Go ahead and join the email list so that way you're notified first of whenever we do restock, which again will be very, very, very soon. But that's my priority at the moment. And then I also just relaunched my makeup brand, or I guess my freelancing business, Kyra Knox Beauty. If you guys don't know, not only do I create beauty content here on, YouTube and Instagram, but I also am a freelance makeup artist. And it's something that I love. Like those jobs, like when you're doing it, you get so lost in it that it doesn't even feel like work. That is how I feel about doing makeup on other people. I genuinely love it. Like capital LOVE, love it. And I was doing it in Austin. I was doing it, but I wasn't like really pushing it or promoting it and things like that. But I had told myself that once I relocate to Houston, I want to take it seriously and really go after it. And that is what I have been doing. So that has definitely been a focus and a priority for me, as well as growing, my freelancing business here in the Houston area. Again, it's Kyra Knox Beauty. So if you're in the Houston area and looking for a makeup artist, visit KyraKnoxBeauty.com to book me. I also do travel, so if you're getting married or anything like that, then go ahead and hit your girl up. And so I'm so happy to be doing that as well. And I'm actually in a studio, which is super exciting. So let's see. School. I am still in school, y'all. I am officially in my second to last semester. Hallelujah. First of all, if you guys don't know, I am in grad school to get my MBA. And it has been a struggle. Not a struggle, like, not that school. Okay, so here's the thing. It's not that school has been hard, even though some courses in particular have been more challenging for me, because like I have an engineering background, and so like certain things like accounting, finance, it's like gibberish to me. But overall it hasn't been that bad. My problem though has been staying motivated. Okay, that has been like extremely hard and difficult, especially during this pandemic, because when you already don't want to do anything, but then you have like discussion boards. If you have been in grad school and you know how annoying freaking discussion boards are, and like case studies and all that kind of stuff, it just but I keep telling myself I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna keep it up. And I'm gonna just finish this out. I'll be done next May. Hopefully if everything goes right, I'll be done next May and I'll be done. So that's kind of what's kind of helping me stick it out, because to be honest, it is such a privilege to be able to be in school and get a degree at no cost to me. Like, so that is definitely a privilege and a blessing, and one that I don't want to take for granted and or let it slip through the cracks. So I'm gonna finish it out. But yes, I'm still in school. I'm still grinding, even with building 2 businesses and doing brand campaigns and doing YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Y'all just pray for your girl, okay? Married life is going well, y'all. Next week, me and Dion will be celebrating 11 years together. Okay, so next week on August 29th will be our 11-year dating anniversary, or like date anniversary. And I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. I have been with him my entire 20s, okay? And we've been married now for 6.5 years, but it blows my mind because I was just telling my cousin who's about to get married. I was telling her, like, I was kind of giving her some advice, and I was telling her that, one thing, like, not to be prideful or like boastful, but one thing that I'm very proud of, or that I take pride in, to be honest, is the fact that, after being together for 11 years and after being married for 6.5 years, that like I'm still happily married. Emphasis on the word happily. Like, it may not sound like much, to some of you guys, but when you've pretty much looked at someone every day for 11 years and have pretty much been around them every day for 11 years, that's not easy. Okay? That's not easy, especially whenever, you've been together for as long as we have. Well, I guess whenever you met as young as we did, because whenever me and Dion met, I was 18, he was 19, and I'm going on 30. Okay? So, that's a long, long, long time. And so it's just crazy to think that we've been together for this long, but we're still happily together, happily married. And I say emphasis on the word happy because it's honestly really rare to find couples, especially young Black couples, who have been together for as long as we have, who have not, by the grace of God, not been divorced, not been separated, not had any like major scandal, no cheating, no nothing, and are still like happily in love with each other. Like, y'all know me and Deanna like best friends. Like, we're literally the best of friends. And not only that, but we're actually happy together. Like, we actually enjoy each other. We actually like hanging out, and that's very rare. For our age, for people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, it's a lot of people out here who just married but not happy. And it's also very, very, very easy to fake happiness. And let me be clear, I always tell people this, but do not judge a book by its cover, because you never know what is going on behind closed doors, okay? Like, I could literally right now be telling you guys like how happy me and Dion are, and then cut the video off, and then we go in the room and go argue or go fight, and like we're not talking for a week or two. But I'm telling you guys that we're happy, right? So like, even right now, like, don't judge a book by its cover, because you never know what could be going on behind closed doors. But fortunately, it's not the case, okay? So we are happily married. Now, does he get on my nerves? Absolutely. He absolutely gets my nerves almost every day. He does, but I love him so much. And it's just crazy that it's been almost 11 freaking years. Home life is good. We're slowly making progress on the house. You guys know we just finished our patio area. I will be doing like a home updates video, hopefully maybe this next week. Maybe I'll do an extra video like this week with the home updates. But anyways, we got our patio screened in. If you guys, I mentioned it in the patio transformation video, but we actually went ahead and got our patio screened in, which has been, I didn't know how much I needed a screened in patio until we got a screened in patio. But it was a whole deal. Y'all, I'll explain it in that video, but it was a whole thing. The way that we did it, or it was one of the most cost-effective options, but it was a headache. I'll say that. Also, in that home updates video, I'll be including, how we decorated our entryway area, because that is done. Hallelujah. Now, honestly, the main thing is going to be our bedroom, our bathroom, and like our formal living and dining space. I told Dion that when it comes to our bedroom, that's probably the one area that I want to spend the least amount of money on. Like, I want it to look nice, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to spend a lot of money on it because no one will be in there, like, it's just me and him. And we aren't too picky, like, we want it to look nice, of course. And of course, we want it to feel relaxing and like, enjoyable, or be enjoyable for us. But it's only the two of us that'll be in there ever. So I'll definitely be sharing like how we have transformed our bedroom in a, cost-effective way. I do know that I do want to get a custom closet. That's one thing I've been saying since we moved in here, that I wanted to get like a custom built-in, just because I feel like, we only have like one rod that goes around our closet, but it doesn't use up the space, efficiently or effectively. But honestly, it's funny because I was thinking that we'd be done with like the entire house by now, but I feel like once you kind of finished like the living room, kitchen area, it was like, okay, well, this is like the main thing. This is like the main area, so we can chill for now and just like take a break. And we've really been chilling, besides the patio and the entryway. No, I'm not pregnant. I know someone's gonna ask. Someone will probably comment something about having kids, but that has been a topic of conversation between us lately, regarding, when we want to kind of start trying or start planning. And it's just weird because it's like we're entering that phase of life now where it's like we're starting to think about those things. And so right now, it's just like we're working so hard right now, again, while we have the time to like really make those things come to fruition. But with kids, it's like we're kind of like at that point now where it's like we're kind of like starting to talk about it a little bit more. Again, like no set decisions, and honestly, you guys won't even know what happened until it actually happens. But it isn't that we're talking more about, especially because I'm turning 30 next, or 2 months, which is like mind-blowing. Okay, like I'm gonna be a whole 30-year-old right here. And Dion's already 30, so yeah, we're like kind of talking about that, just kind of seeing what happens. Well, I feel like whenever that pandemic first started, it was like, I feel like March and April like creeped by so slow. And like once May hit, especially once Memorial Day hit, it was like zoom. Like this year has flown by so fast. I cannot believe it's pretty much the end of August, which makes me low-key happy because I'm a fall baby. I love everything fall. I cannot wait for like pumpkin spice everything. I can't wait to burn my fall candles. I can't wait to decorate for, you know, the fall time. I already legit, you guys, have my Christmas decor planned out in my head. I already have my, like, no joke, I have my Christmas decor already planned out up here. So I can't wait to decorate for the holidays. Like, I just cannot wait for this, you know, for the next, I guess, like once October hits, kind of, you know, kick that off. And also, I feel like the past few months have also kind of given us a chance to kind of really talk more about, like, you know, what we kind of envision for our lives. And so some of, you know, working through the discussion as well. So, you know, it's just interesting to kind of see like all different topics and things that have come up recently. But it's something that we're kind of still talking about and figuring out. I will be honest though and just admit that I don't think I'm there yet. I'm still not there yet, to be honest. Like, I'm just still not there. Now, this is me saying this to myself. Now, y'all know God has his own plan. So whatever happens, of course. I want his will to be done. But just for me personally, I'm just not there yet. Or at least I don't think I'm there yet. And I say that because I'm sure, like, if it were to happen, like I know I'd be an amazing mom. But, you know, it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, we'll see what happens. But that has been a topic of discussion, you know, and then, y'all, everybody is pregnant. Oh my gosh, my timeline, I have seen so many, actually no, scratch that, I have never seen so many baby announcements or pregnancy announcements ever. It's crazy. Like, everybody is pregnant. So I feel like though, like if I was there, like I would have like some sort of like flutter in my ovaries. Like my ovaries would be like, ooh, Kyra, like you should, but no. I don't feel nothing. My ovaries are like, no, girl, what time is it? Okay, where's that birth control pill at? Okay, go ahead and take it, drink your water, and go about your business. Like, that's kind of like my ovaries. It's kind of like my ovaries are saying, like, girl, this, like, don't get caught up in those pictures. That ain't it. You're not ready for that yet. No, and that's kind of how I feel. So, we'll see what happens. I just am feeling so grateful and thankful and blessed recently, and it has nothing to do with like material things, like at all. It's just, you know, like me and Jan, we've been talking about this a lot lately because it's just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like just the fact that, you know, I have a roof over my head, or that I'm in a situation where I'm not struggling, you know, or like that I'm so fortunate to still have my job, you know, or that, you know, I can still provide for, you know, or that we can still provide, you know, for our family and like still continue to save and grow and things like that and even thrive despite everything going on, you know, that I can still, you know, go see my parents, you know, because they're up the street, you know, that I can, you know, still hang with my niece and see my sisters and, you know, all of that is still such a blessing. I will say though that like during this pandemic, I did lose someone that I loved very, very, very much. You know, my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who's my dad's mom, passed away about a month ago now, and that was hard. I'll say that it was a blessing that it wasn't like a sudden thing because, you know, we had foreseen it and it was coming for a while. So the fact that, you know, we got to, you know, spend, you know, so much time with her during her last, you know, few months, or even honestly the past year here, which was a blessing because she had actually moved to Houston last year, actually around the time that we moved back here. So we got to spend pretty much the past year with her, which is such a blessing because she was in Louisiana before then, which is where my dad is from. And so, you know, the fact that we got to spend her last year with her, and not even like just us, it was like, because like I have aunts and cousins and things like that here, so it was amazing that she got to spend the last year with like, you know, essentially surrounded by family. That was just such a blessing. And, you know, even though she's gone, I'm still thankful that I got to spend that time with her. I just feel so full, you know, and I'm just so thankful to be in a place of just being so full. I'm just so happy. I'm happy. I haven't been creative or inspired or motivated lately, but I'm definitely happy for sure. So, and I hope you guys are as well. And if you guys aren't, I hope you all are doing, what you can to take care of yourselves and to get to a place of happiness and a place of peace. Because I feel like one of my ultimate goals in life is to be at peace with all my decisions, with this everything. Peace in my marriage, peace, in my career, peace in my, with my family, at peace with, other relationships, just things like that. Like, that's just what I strive to be, is at peace and just to be happy, and I'm working on it, I'm working on it. So that's pretty much it for all of my life updates. I know it's a little bit long-winded, but I want to kind of get it all out for you guys, since I haven't really had a chance to kind of just sit down and chit-chat with you all, over the past couple months. But I hope you guys enjoyed this life updates video. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and let me know down below, what you guys have been up to the past couple months. Have you all just been working? Have you all, traveled anywhere? Have you all, had to transition or pivot, your careers or life choices? Have you all had any major life changes lately? Have you all been in a transitional state? Like, just let me know what you guys have been up to over the past couple months. I would genuinely love to read them. So please, please, please share it with me. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.